Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Life. My name is Jessica,
And Crick D.
and we are the producers of this show. The things you hear over the next hour represent the views of Life and the people making them. All opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio and are the sole responsibility of us, the producers, the guests, and the callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. And the first thing we have up today is a song we have for Mitchell A. Ashkenanu.
June Corn, Darwin Ocean, Eddie Wills, and Mitchell Ashkenani. Rest in peace, y'all.
Damn, it's my little guy. I'm gonna miss you. Almost broke down when your dad gave me the bad news. It took a minute for it to sink in. He just told me lost a son. What? I lost my little friend. Everything's for a reason. It's all God's plan. Only 17, so yeah, I never forget my little man. Things seem so strange now when I'm at the block. I know I can't call you 6 me check, can't call it 10 o'clock. 24 and 11, not the same without you. I remember I used to call you say Miss J will always have love for you. So close to us, it was like we lost a nephew. Good, got so young, and you was good hearted. October 16, never got the day to party. God, oh God, I'm on my knees, I pray. Give us Mitchell back 24 hours, one more day. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. We really need you to blow another O. Stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll.
And I'm just sitting back in the studio, thinking about the old times when we used to blow, roll it up and smoke.
Every time I see you,
Yeah, I really miss you and want you back home. Cause I lost my grandma and my cousin too, and my big bro like 2 weeks ago. And now you was too young to go. Now we need to roll up some dro.
I'm still having memories of my big bro. Now my little cuz, they're always in my dreams, and we still smoke. Now that you're gone, we're dying real slow. I started getting weak, the memories made me buckle to my feet. It makes me wanna cheat, I just want to see you. Not through a picture frame, ain't nothing but pain and crying grave.
This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. We really need you to blow another O. Stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. Smoking on the blunt, thinking about my bro, Mitch Ashkenani, why he had to go. Now my heart's so cold, and I'm so froze. I pray to God that he makes it back home, so we can sit around and smoke some more dro, and think about how we used to roll. Sitting in the studio, crying for you, bro. Got mad love for you. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that you make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll.
Rest in peace to my boys, you're forever in my heart, yo.
That first song was to my guy Mitchell Oscar Natty. He got killed in some senseless violence, only 17 years old. We need to stop this violence in Milwaukee, y'all. Just join us at CC.
Yes, the balance, it seems to be escalating day by day. And what can I say?
Ms. J gonna be reading an article from the Journal on some senseless violence that happened in Milwaukee.
This one was another teen charged in killing of a pregnant woman. A 15-year-old is charged as an adult for the murder of a Milwaukee woman. Malik Merchant was in juvenile court Monday and is being held on a $150,000 cash bond for his role in the shooting death of Sharon Staples. According to court documents, Merchant admitted to police that he, 16-year-old Mikhail Thomas, and 17-year-old Jimmy Scales went out robbing people in a stolen van when they saw Staples and her 13-year-old son. Merchant told police that he was the lookout while Thomas tried to get Staples' purse. Merchant says it was Thomas who pulled the trigger and shot Staples, and the Scales drove them away from the scene. In court, Merchant did not enter a plea. Merchant's defense attorney argued in court that the teen should be held in the Juvenile Justice Center instead of the county jail. He has no record. He's been a lifelong resident. He's just turned 15. He was signed up to go to Washington High School. The judge agreed to keep him in the Juvenile Justice Center for the time being. Scales was also in court and is being held on a $100,000 bond, and Merchant will appear with Thomas on Friday at the Juvenile Justice Center in Waukesha. And this was from August 15th of last year.
Trying to figure out, it's just lack of communication that people have gotten out of touch with each other, where they can talk things out instead of reverting to violence. Is it over material things? There's nothing in this world worth it. Because you don't own a thing. You're just passing through. But yet, we can do the internet, we can Google, but yet we can't stop and say hi. When you start isolating yourself from others, then you're isolating yourself from yourself.
Yeah, then we have another one. This happened in 2009. A North Dakota man was charged with 3 counts of homicide on Thursday after allegedly killing his 3 daughters while visiting them at his ex-wife's home in Wisconsin. The man, said 34, stabbed his 3 daughters in the neck on a Tuesday afternoon at their house in River Falls, a small town about an hour east of Minneapolis, according to the criminal complaint filed in the St. Croix County District Court in Wisconsin. The children's aged 5, 8, and 11 had been with the babysitter until Schaffhausen, who lives in Minot, North Dakota, arrived at the home to visit them. According to the complaint, Schaffhausen called his ex-wife and told her, "You can come home now because I killed the kids." The girl's mother immediately called the police. When officers entered the house, they discovered each deceased child in their living room lying in their own bed with blankets covering their bodies up to their necklines, the complaint said. Officers also noticed gasoline spilled on the basement floor. Schaffhausen turned himself in to police about an hour after the girls' bodies were found. The mother and Schaafhausen divorced earlier this year, according to the court records. Wow. What about that one, Cece?
Well, it just goes back to that communication and lack of respect for others. The person didn't respect themselves, so he could not respect others. Even they were, he was their guardian. Has this world created such a hatred, distrust, that we're starting to turn more and more on our own? We're the one by one, have to try to reverse. Talk to your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. And you'll be amazed and surprised. And that's where trust starts, and that's how trust spreads. A friendly good morning, or stop to say, how do you do? Those are ways to start, to reverse.
But the kids, such a young age, what could they have possibly done? Or what part did they even have? I mean, I really want to know what he was thinking. Was he mad at his wife? What was it? Did he just wake up that morning and say, to heck with it, I'm gonna go do this today, or what? They've been divorced for what, years? So what possible reason did he have to do that to the kids? Do you think?
Well, it's hard to predict what would make someone do this, especially since, the only thing is, these are my opinions. But he had to be distressed over something. But how can you go that far? It's hard to comprehend. It's even hard to understand, especially your own child. And I don't think he would be able to understand it.
And then he was going to attempt to burn the house down with gasoline.
To let you know, violence don't only happen in the inner city, but it happens everywhere. I was watching the news the other day, 34% of 4 people got shot. Couldn't fathom that. The guy just got out of jail and now he dead. Violence is something that we should have overcome a long time ago. When you go out and kill somebody, you're not hurting them, you're hurting their families. The families probably ain't never done nothing to you, but now they gotta suffer. They missing a loved one, maybe over $5 blunt, which got a lot of these people out here in the streets killing. A blunt, be really $5, a life worth more than $5.
Definitely worth more than $5. A life is priceless. I don't understand what reason they could possibly have for taking someone's life. I mean, nothing can be that bad to where you just decide, oh, well, I'm going to take this person's life over a pair of shoes, over a chain, over a car, or because I'm mad at somebody else. I just do not understand it. We need to get it together. Nothing is that bad in life.
It's more fear. The fear that's in them of trying to face reality and live with reality. So obviously she didn't want nothing else to do with the gentleman, but did give him the opportunity to see his kids.
She didn't have to do that. She could have chose not to.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But she was the only one that could read that and open that door. But either way, the kids were true victim of nothing. We have been programmed, in a sense, not accepting the true reality of things. They might consider themselves being a man by committing this. But at the other hand, what could be considered a man by taking someone else's life?
Yeah. Well, I have another one. This one is about domestic violence. This is a man charged with killing woman for taking a phone call during sex. A Milwaukee man was charged on a Tuesday, this was an article from November 30th, 2010. A Milwaukee man was charged on a Tuesday with strangling a woman over the Thanksgiving Day weekend because she took a phone call while they were having sex. The man, 46 years old, faces a single count of first-degree intentional homicide in the death of the woman aged 44. According to the complaint, she was found dead Saturday afternoon in a home in the 1500 block of South Union Street by her daughter. Her body was on a bed in the basement, clad in her underwear. Medical examiners determined she had been strangled and was dead for some time. Later, Saturday, a man told police the man had come to the house crying and confessed to killing her with a belt for talking to someone else while the two were in bed. He then also admitted to police that he had killed her after first threatening her life, the complaint says. He was being held in the Milwaukee County Jail in lieu of $150,000 bail.
What do you think about, somebody told me that, violence starts from all this rap music and they get the bad influences. We just stepping in the studio is J Juice.
Yeah, what's going on? It's Juice in the building, man. You already know.
Well, I know you do rap, and I heard some of your material. But, and you say your material is adult material.
Right.
Which makes it, somewhat rated. And that I like. I do like.
Right. I got songs for everything, though. I talk about everything. Really, you know what I'm saying? Everything I done been through, all the stuff I done did, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody can relate to it, they can, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting it out there to kind of, persuade nobody to do nothing, but, more or less show them the road I took and how I came up out of where I came from.
Do you think that the lyrics in your music actually got these little cats out here drinking blunt, smoking blunts and shooting and killing, taking X pills?
No, not at all. I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? I personally, I think, you know what I'm saying, if you're an adult, you know what I'm saying, that you should be an adult to listen to my music anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rapping to little 15, 16-year-old kids. I'm rapping to other grown men, so, like, that's just how I take it. Like, if you're a grown man, you should have your own mind and your own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So me and my music shouldn't have nothing to do with what you get out here and do.
Well, I'm sorry. From my standpoint, some rappers' music that they point toward the kids are detrimental.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying that all, but it doesn't take much. But it does, you know, it has a lot to do with parents, who should be watching over what their kids are listening to or getting into.
So you don't think like rap music glorified, slap the bitch head off, they're gonna make you wanna go, you wanna go whoop your woman or something? What you think about that, J Juice?
No, I think if you've already been whooping your woman before you start listening to my music, you're going to continue to whoop your woman. Like, it's in you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to influence you to whoop your woman. It's you. Like I said, if you're a grown man, you're going to make your own choices.
Well, when it comes to making someone whoop their women, first of all, a person should not be whooping anybody that's on a lady. Right. And thirdly, if a man raises his hand to a lady and commits to whooping on her, I think he should be arrested and placed behind bars. But I think that's also goes in reverse to if it's a lady doing the same thing to a guy. But you know, when you abuse someone else, it's abuse. And I don't care if it's mental to physical, it's abuse. And if any woman or man that goes through that should go head on and get out of it.
You could be the judge of J Juice music for yourself. You can find him on.
I'm on YouTube right now. You could look me up on Facebook at Juice Certified, or catch me out here. I'm out here and catch me at the shop, Collier Creations on 68th and Villard. You got CDs up there if you out here in Milwaukee. But I'm be on SoundCloud and everywhere else real soon. I'm working on all that.
Do you know any like violence incidents that happened in Milwaukee you wish to share with the people?
It's been a lot of incidents out here, really too many. Like, it's been a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, you know, a lot of people getting shot, you know what I'm saying? I didn't heard about, you know what I'm saying, pregnant women getting shot and little kids getting shot, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of, like, just recently, so it's like, it's a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, and I like the music shouldn't influence you to do no more than what you're doing. Is just like make your own decision, and that's the best decision is to chill out, because it really don't amount to nothing. All the senseless violence.
What's your outlook on like school violence, CC? You know, bullying kids. What you feel about that?
In school?
In school.
Well, you know. If you stay together as a band, you can't be bullied. United together. You know, and if you can't, You know, it's just like any other abuse. Get it out in the open and take it to somebody that's going to do something. And if that person doesn't do anything about it, then you take it to somebody else that will. And there's a lot of places that you can get to.
Hey, J. Juice, what if, like, we'll say a 15-year-old kid get onto your CD and listen to track whatever, and then go out and do something and try to blame it on you? Would you be able to defend that?
Yeah, I think I would. At the same time, like I said, I think that they parent, the 15-year-old kid, parents should, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't like allow them to listen to no tracks off my CD, because like I said, I'm rapping the grown man, so like on my CD you gonna know is parental advisory, you know what I'm saying, for your parents to check this out before they let you listen to it. So that's how I would defend it, because I wasn't rapping to that boy, you know what I'm saying. His parents should have been rapping to him about not listening to that and making his own decisions when he become a man and that, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I feel like when the laws change, spare the rod, spoil the child, and you couldn't whip them no more, I think that started a lot of commotion out in these streets. What you think, CC? You know, you old school.
Well, my outlook is I can only go by how I try to raise my son. And I tried to raise my son through communication. And I actually let him punish himself. Because I wasn't going to be the one to serve punishment. I let him choose his own punishment. It just had to reach what I wanted to see.
Right.
But he had to come to the conclusion of what punishment was worth what he did.
No, like he thinks that's stuff.
Yeah. And it worked pretty good, because part of it was that you have to explain to me and convince me why you did what you did. And he would rather do nothing than to go through that ordeal.
Miss Jane, we know a guy, Mr. Oscar Nana, a little young cat that got killed. How did that make you feel when you heard that news, knowing that night we was looking for him, waiting on him to come back?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy that night. Maybe about an hour or so before we found out, we was right out of his house looking for him. It was like, oh, there he is sitting outside, you know. And then we made a run to the store, came back around, pulled up, and asked his brother, like, where's Mitchell? He was like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for him for about an hour. And at the same time, I'm looking down the street and I see an ambulance, fire truck down the street, and I'm like, I wonder what happened down there. Not knowing that it was our little buddy down there, you know. And it was kind of hurtful, you know, knowing we was looking for him, and it's hard. But the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. So one thing out of that, I want to say rest in peace to Mitchell. And got a baby coming next week, and he will get the middle name named after Mitchell. And we love him, we love his family, and we miss him.
J. Juice, do you have any like personal experiences that you wish to share?
As far as I done been through a whole lot out here in these streets, you know, I done experienced a whole lot, you know, and like as far as personal situation, yeah, I lost my best friend, you know, he was 18 years old, you know what I'm saying, he got shot in the back 3 times and he died, you know what I'm saying, and that was my right-hand man, and, you know, I'm 26 now, you know what I'm saying? He never got to see all these years that I got to see, and I'm blessed. I'm thankful for that, but rest in peace to Andrew Barnes.
CC, you have any personal experiences that you wish to share? That you know you lost somebody close to you over the years?
Well, everybody I lost that's close to me, you know, y'all run basically the same. They have my heart. and my soul. You know, I lost a friend this week named Jeff, but it wasn't because of violence. It was because his time was up, and he was called. But I never had the opportunity to live in the street, but I lived in the street. So, and death has always been around me, ever since I was a child. It doesn't mean that I'm immune to it or anything, but it means that I know how precious it is in the overall span.
You know, like society, they always want to blame the rap music for it. What about some of this rock and roll music? It's, you know, so like just as bad, right? They promote and glorifying drugs. Drugs lead to violence. Especially if you're a broke drug user, you gotta go rob somebody, you know your head might be in the zone, then you done did something stupid for $10 worth of drug cause you wanna get some acid. So it can't leave them out either. It's all angles of the music to me.
Right.
I just know that senseless violence need to stop.
Oh yeah. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? With all the changes going on in the world already, we need to be focusing on that, because there's a lot of with the ozone and all type of stuff with this weather, this crazy weather.
But it's somewhat like a disease. And I think, in part, news media hype a lot. Just like the state fair when the kids went on a rampage. You know, they played it over and over and over and over. It was a hot thing. It was you know, it was rating times. But in the process of doing so, it became that every black person was like out after every white person. And that was not true at all. You know, and that's about the time that you could start wearing concealed weapons. You know, and where we already had the law that you could actually wear a weapon on your side when it was exposed. That was already in effect. But when you made a seal, it goes away.
We have a call in, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello?
Who we have on the air?
Trina.
We are Trina Oscar Natty here. She's calling to talk about her son, Mitchell. You have anything to share with us, Trina?
I just want to thank the Lord for giving me the time I had with him. And I wish that nobody has to go through that, of losing one of your kids. And I just want to thank God for giving me the strength, my husband and my other kids, to go through such a tragic time. And I just want to encourage anybody that God will help you and keep you strong if you lost somebody. And just keep your faith. And I just want to thank God for everything that he's done for us, for making our way. And I just want to tell Mitchell that I love him and I miss him. That's it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Trina.
Thank you.
So who was that?
Oh, that was Trina Oscar Natty. She was calling her son got killed, and his next track is a little song that we made for him in remembrance.
This goes out to June Corn, Darwin Ocean, Eddie Wills, and Mitchell Oscanani. Rest in peace, y'all.
Damn, it's my little cat. I'm gonna miss you. Almost broke down when your dad gave me the bad news. It took a minute for it to sink in. He just told me lost a son. What? I lost my little friend. Everything's for a reason. It's all God's plan. Only 17, so yeah, I never forget my little man. Things seem so strange now when I hit the block. I know I can't call you 6 me, JK, call it 10 o'clock. 24th and 11, not the same without you. I remember I used to call you, say, Miss J, will always have love for you. So close to us, it was like we lost a nephew. Good, got so young, and you was good-hearted. October 16, never got the day to party. God, oh God, I'm on my knees, I pray. Give us Mitchell back 24 hours, one more day. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. We really need you to blow another O. Stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll.
And I'm just sitting back in the studio, thinking about the old times when we used to blow, roll it up and smoke.
Every time I see you,
Yeah, I really miss you and want you back home. Cause I lost my grandma and my cousin too, and my big bro, like 2 weeks ago. And now you was too young to go. Now we need to roll up some dro.
I'm still having memories of my big bro. Now my little cuz, they're always in my dreams, and we still smoke. Now that you're gone, we're dying real slow. I started getting weak, the memories made me buckle to my feet. It makes me wanna cheat, I just want to see you. Not through a picture frame, ain't nothing but pain and crying grave.
This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. We really need you to blow another O. Stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that he make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll. Smoking on the blunt, thinking about my bro, Mitch Ashkenani, why he had to go. Now my heart's so cold, and I'm so froze. I pray to God that he makes it back home, so we can sit around and smoke some more dro, and think about how we used to roll. Sitting in the studio, crying for you, bro. Got mad love for you. This is a message to my little bro. I pray to God that you make it back home. But we really need you to blow another O. To stay high to the sky, that's how we roll.
Rest in peace to my boys. You're forever in my heart, yo.
That goes out to Trinity Mike Oscar Natty.
Oh yeah, I like that. Big shout outs to the whole family and Mike Mitchell, rest in peace.
It was a good cut. It was a really, really good cut. It showed the heart and the soul. And that's what it's about. My best wishes to the loved ones. Hello?
Chris,
Yes, can I help you?
Chris.
Oh, you want Chris? Hold on. You know.
Hello?
October 3rd, 1989. I was to the radio.
Hello?
October the 3rd, 1989.
Well, I guess I wasn't fast enough.
Hello?
I think we lost the caller. Sound like it. Call him back.
Call in.
Come on, you
Hello, River West Radio, live. You're live on air.
What they said?
Hello? I think somebody playing on the phone. But back to where we was at.
Well, violence is around us, and there's nothing we can do about it except try to change it, try to reprogram it, and try to save our youth. Because there's nothing more important than the future of America. And we have to stand together, we have to get together as a unit to survive, to truthfully enjoy this world. What did you say? Start one by one. Say hi to your neighbor. If you walk past somebody down the street, say hi to them. You know. And you'll probably get a reprieve, and they will say something to you. Works wonders.
Yeah, you gotta just in life, you gotta treat people like you want to be treated. You know, dude. Oh, we got a call in. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute.
Hello?
My name is Carrie Tremaine. I'm Chris Smith's mother. My brother got killed October the 3rd, 1989. They closed the case because they couldn't find the killer. And I wonder what is going on because there was my brother and there was Chris Smith's sponsor. I don't know what's going on, but that's about it. So, thank you for listening to my answer. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Well, to try to put some light on that statement, I would say, you know, there's so much violence that even our finest get overwhelmed because every corner, every turn, every neighborhood, it's interweaved, and we just don't have the manpower to do it. And with some of the violence, the people that's been done to, they get used to it. But why should they? You know, why should they? All they have to do is walk away. But after you've been held down for so long, it become very comfortable. You become very scared. Scared of what was going to happen to you as more than what is happening to you. So, if it's happening, then do something about it. Because if you have kids and they see this happening to you, what do you think is going to happen to them? Curb the violence. Wake up. Our government will give serious billions of dollars, but we're lost in 1 year in this country where they have lost through their whole war. Charity needs to come home. and maybe they could solve some of these cases because maybe it wouldn't be as overwhelming. So only you can decide which way life is going to run. Only you could decide what life is going to be. Only you. Am I right, Chris?
Yes, you go. We're finna start wrapping this up. This Crick D. Thanks for calling, first of all. We finna start wrapping this up, and this your boy Crick D, sitting there with...
This your girl, Miss J.
Of course, CC every day.
And Juice.
Juice, you have anything, promotion that you want to share with the people before we leave?
Oh yeah, just like I said, look me up on Facebook, check me out on YouTube, and I'm coming with something else, so y'all be hearing from me real soon.
That's J Juice, mixtape out on the streets right now, 2 sides to every story. Living legend. This your boy Crick D, we finna shut it down.
So until we meet again, think about making a new friend. The person next door, you never know. That would be the one to watch over your back. So, I'll meet you next Friday. Same place, same time, and the same co-host. Mr. Crick D.
I was trying to find a song we can leave you with as we go. It's on.
Sitting here, down in the studio. I can't see you, but I feel you here, bro. Writing about the times we used to share. Now it's just memories in my heart everywhere. My Katrina, gotta keep your faith in God. Like a wall, even though it's gonna be hard. Came down the dark, a lunar sun. Mention on the 17th, like anybody done. Christmas birthday, no, there don't go with ease. The Lord will make you breathe if you pray on your knees. Reminiscing about the time you was here, then the shit did drop. Or two, think about, man, how much you miss you. The way you show everybody mad love. October 16th, God called Mitchell Austin Annie. Another angel through the heavens above. On the knees, praying, looking to the sky. I'm asking God, why Mitchell, why Mitchell, why? Taking him left a lot of people hurt. He deserved more than memories and a t-shirt. I'm on my knees, go ahead, looking through the sky. Asking God, why Mitchell, why Mitchell, why? Taking him left a lot of people hurt. He deserved more than memories and a t-shirt. On my knees, go ahead, looking through the sky. Asking God, why Mitchell, why Mitchell, why? Taking him left a lot of people hurt. He deserved more than memories and a t-shirt. Day to day I think of you feeling sad. Make me wanna do love, hell yellow man. But we gotta put it law in God's hand. God for a soul and the law gon' punch that man. For taking your young life away and bringing so much hurt and pain this way. Meant to know you're in a better place. If you standing right here, give your hug and kiss your face. When your brother told that it make me smile. Man, I wish you was here so we could talk a while. Miss so much by all the others. Mom, dad, your sister, and your brother. Cousins, aunts, uncle, friends, and nephew. The dog we will always love and think of you. Wishing this was all a bad dream. When I think of what happens, make me wanna scream. On the knees,